Toe Zuckle in the streets of London. Beautiful Dutch angle there. Well, it's not really Dutch angle. The camera's straight up fallen over at this point. And here we are, continuing on with whatever it is we're doing. So, it's been a couple of days since I've last played Fallout London. I pre-recorded a bunch, because as I said, videos start getting restricted. Frustratingly, when YouTube manually reviewed them, they approved them all. They said, no, actually, they're fine, of course, long after they'd already been released. They've like, just approved an episode that came out 6 days ago, which is, you know, just kind of YouTube bureaucracy nonsense, isn't it? So I pinned a comment on last episode that someone had written about a breakdown of Toe's character and ultimately the failing of Toe's character and narrative telling and et cetera, et cetera. You can go and have a look, and I did respond to it over there as well, because I agree. I totally agree. I do hope Father is proud of you. And I'm very consciously aware that Toe absolutely unraveled as a character, maybe within like the first 4 or 5 episodes, to be honest with you. He was a total non-character, right? I mean, ultimately, he was a reference to a trucking simulator game me and Elise did mid-COVID lockdown. It was a completely unstable foundation to build things off of. I do think, though, I want to address, and actually what I'm kind of planning on doing, I don't want to disappoint people too much, I'm probably going to mothball the second channel for a while, because I'm going to pick my words very carefully here. This channel has always been, I'm not even going to say low effort, I'm going to say no effort. It has been me rolling out of bed and needing to do some sort of warm-up, 30 minutes of me talking over whatever, doesn't really matter what. We played a whole variety of stuff on here. That's what's stopping. So that I could be prepared to do my main channel stuff, which is certainly more effort. And it was always an excuse for me to play games I missed out on or just be silly about things, right? I like to revel in the absurdity. That's always my goal with these games. And to be fair, that's kind of true with the main channel as well. That's always kind of how I go about things. I'm not, like, I said this on the reply to the comment. I'm not a writer. I'm not a role player. I've never claimed to be. And I never have been. And people frequently reference characters that have had staying power, right? Grigner, Bucko Drink, Anne, whatever. That wasn't me. I need to clarify. That was like not me. Those characters, I don't know what people think I do. Those characters were not my doing, quite frankly. Those characters are... How have I missed this person? Walk right past them. Those characters had a mythology develop around them, independent of my doing. I'm just simply a presenter for... you know, kind of a vehicle for other people's stuff, whether that's in the Discord, the comment section, or whatever. I sincerely do not believe that I contributed anything to those characters of any meaningful note. When you look at them in their actual form, the stuff that I've done, they're nothing. You know, they're total nothing. And I don't want expectations to be too high for this channel. And I worry that, I know in my heart of hearts, right, and I know that there are people who do far more with far less. Maybe I'll visit outside the walls I'm busy. Sometime. I'm a busy person. I got Crusader Kings 3 series coming up. Rimworld on the main channel always takes ages. I got medical appointments. I got a surgical procedure in like 3 days. I'm renovating a house. I don't want to upload... If this channel, okay, I think is a good way to phrase it. If people are expecting more from this channel, I can put more into this channel, right? I can raise the bar, so to speak. But it cannot be a 30-minute churn it out everyday job, especially not with stuff like this that I haven't played before. And we also need to come to some sort of like middle ground here, and I said this in the comment as well. I feel like I'm in a bit of a catch-22, right? Because there have been games that I haven't enjoyed on this channel, or games that I've certainly lost interest in. Let's say Cyberpunk. When I got to the DLC, people were not happy about the way I was playing. It had already been like 50 episodes at that point. I was getting a bit bored of it. The gameplay was getting a bit samey. I'm sure the story was good, but I thought I'd better just move on to the ending and just kind of get a clean slate, so to speak. People were angry about me for doing that because I cut the series off, right? I'm going to jump in front of the train and see what happens. You know I've got to do it. Ooh, that one's just come from heaven. I doubt that if it's connected to London. And something like Subnautica, I obviously cancelled early because I kind of saw the way the chips were falling. It felt like it was going to be a lot of grinding, a lot of exploration. And the kind of big shock horror moment, oh, there's a big fish, didn't do anything for me, to be honest with you. So I shelved that one, and people were obviously quite upset. But simultaneously, in a situation like with It does kill you. Interesting. With a situation like this with Fallout London, where I wouldn't say I've totally lost interest, but I certainly lost interest in playing the character of Toe Zuckle, right? I certainly was left with a bit of sour taste in my mouth after the Vagabond storyline, which I think is the weakest stuff, but gets a lot of early game focus. And to be honest, this is a game I absolutely should have played in my own time once through first before I did a series on it, because then I could have planned ahead a little bit more, right? And this is what I'm saying, right? If you want me to do that for the series, if you want to kind of raise the bar, so to speak, I'm happy to do that. But it will need to be with a... I couldn't do stuff like this again in the future. I think it would need to be a game I've played before, and that will limit me somewhat, because we've kind of already done them all. But with a game like this, where I've, again, not lost interest, but certainly I'm not compelled by any story element whatsoever. None of the storylines I find interesting. I don't think any of the factions I find interesting. The motivation for Toe right now is he's going to get revenge on this guy who's been manipulating him. He's low intelligence. Is he even aware that he's manipulating him? I mean, who's to say? Invisible? Ludonarrative dissonance, right? Toe's supposed to be a fucking idiot, yet simultaneously we're doing all these decisions for all these factions that would require some sort of modicum of intelligence. There's no kind of go your own way. A lot of people did leave comments saying that there was intended to be a kind of wild card from Fallout New Vegas questline where you do kind of forge your own path and have your own faction, but it was left out due to time constraints, which is bizarre because it's a fan project, but... yeah, that would have been a lot better. And in hindsight, I absolutely should have waited for this game to wear out, get some mods, etc., and then come back into it after I've already played through once, because then I would have had a better understanding of what to kind of expect from it.
People have a negative attitude.
But in a situation like this where I'm just kind of plowing ahead out of my own personal interest, Toe Zuckle is effectively doesn't exist. It's just me wanting to see what comes next, wanting to see how they stick the landing, if they stick the landing for the main story. That's all I'm interested in at this stage. But in situations like this, I kind of feel like I've disappointed people who wanted something more. And that's the catch-22, right? If I cancel a series early, people get upset. But if I just plow ahead for my own interest, people don't seem too interested. So I don't really know what kind of middle ground to go for there. I think I need to maybe go back to the drawing board and define the second channel's identity a bit more if this is how we're doing it. But
it's you.
I would also miss just being able to sit down and record a game and fuck around, because that's entirely what this channel is supposed to be. So that's discussion for the comment section. I'll read through everything and kind of we'll have a chat down there about it a bit more. That's just kind of my feelings on the matter. I'll timestamp it, I suppose. Wahey, Toe Zuckle, here we go. Back on the road doing, I think we're here to employ a man for this false flag operation we're doing to overthrow the government. Of course, Toe's doing it. I do actually have a kind of idea for what Toe's motivation would be at this point. And actually, it's an incredible get out of jail free card in my mind. Because here's the play. This man stepped into an eldritch realm after assembling a tremendous amount of occult power based on, I don't know, pure stubbornness, him just enjoying the look of the silly little dolls and carrying him around for a laugh. Maybe that's his low intelligence. And what happens is, ever since that moment, he's been overtaken by some sort of eldritch presence, which is giving him some insane stat boosts, as we know, that's Lovecraft's, if I can even find it here, Lovecraft's, whatever it was called, presence, right? Toe Zuckle died when he left that eldritch realm. Well, what came out was perhaps a murder hobo, as he was described, perhaps an insane man with no motivation, no real goal or objective. Maybe Toe Zuckle's sense of vengeance, or at least wanting to know where he came from, or whether he had a life before, has been warped through that eldritch lens into something quite terrifying. Hence why he is a single man capable of killing an entire faction. There has to be, logically, something else going on with Toe Zuckle that he's capable of doing that. Because it's not his armor, and it's not his fancy helmet, his ancient helmet, and it's not his little sword that he's got there. There's something going on with this man, a grand mystery, so to speak. And I like the idea that perhaps he has been, he's a man of two minds. An idiot mind, and then some sort of unhinged eldritch mind, and that combination is leading him to be quite the unhinged man indeed.
Who in the atom shadow are you?
Hello, Dickie
I'm mortally
Anderson.
Serious. Leave me alone at once.
All right there, Dickie. I'm here to offer you a job, mate.
Well, it's too late for that. I've already made up my mind.
Packed his bags.
The whole world's gone to shit. I'm the only one who can see it. Society is collapsing around us.
Might be a bit late
I
for that,
won't be
Dickie.
here when it happens. So I've packed my bags and I'm going.
Don't give up, man. See, Toe would never say that. Toe wouldn't say any of these. And that again, I think is not just a failing of this mod, but is a failing of actually just Fallout 4. Because Fallout 3 did a pretty alright job with it. Fallout New Vegas did a pretty good job with it. Fallout 2 famously nailed it. The low intelligence playthrough. You can't really do it. And that was the big problem from day one, right? What do you think? We just go for the speech check at this point? I think we'll do it. For brevity's sake. Because Toe Zuckle, clearly with his eldritch mindset that he's got going on right now, in whatever form that takes, would understand that manipulation is the right way to get to his goal, which in this case might just be bloody vengeance. Maybe this eldritch entity is guiding him, like a piece on the celestial chessboard, to take control for himself. I'm operating under the mindset that Toe's a clone of Smythe. Maybe the eldritch entity knows from me, because of course, the realm of...
I'm
the realm
serious.
of Lovecraft is
Leave me alone at once.
perhaps fourth wall breaking here, and it's reaching into my brain in real life, and it knows that I think Toe's a clone. This is layers on layers here. You got to hear me out. It knows I think Toe's a clone, and it's guiding my actions through the form of Toe to take control by displacing Smythe and pretending to be him. Stop being a coward, mate. Don't abandon our great city in the name of need. Now that's a Toe Zuckle response. It's a bloody good city, and I won't see people like you turn your back on it, mate.
But what can I do about it? All I do is silly voices.
I know how you feel. Go to the broadcasting house. Your talents are required.
The broadcast ministry. After all those rejections, they come crawling back.
There's very meta commentary for that voice actor.
I'll head there straight away.
I do wish I'd given this 3 more months and then come back to it then. I really, really do. That's my greatest regret. Maybe after Toe Zuckle's over, I'll scrub the channel of it. Eject it from the channel page. How did we get here? Am I going mad? Was it here? Oh yeah, it was here. No, was it here? Oh, normally I've got pretty good directional sense, but I fucking lost it this time, haven't I? Was it up through here, turn left?
What's that smell?
And then up here. Yes, I think so.
It's you.
Maybe I'll scrub the channel of it, and it could be a fun... Bro, I'm fucking lost.
I live in fear knowing you
I've lost
people
it.
can reproduce.
As a fun little you had to be there kind of series, and then I'll give this a fair shake. Because I do feel bad for the devs that I've basically dragged them for 20 episodes at this
In a
point
hurry?
unnecessarily.
An important
I've
meeting,
gone
perhaps?
mad.
I
Where's the
think
fucking way out? Right. God damn, it's those eldritch forces manifesting again. Hold on. You might want to skip this bit, because I'm, like, fucking lost. As a toilet, we don't need that, okay. I went up a flight of stairs, though, did I not? Maybe more left? More left? Up here? Bro, this place is a... How am I going up and then still on a train track? How does that work? What am I...
If I see one
Right, so hold on. We're coming through... That's where the bloke was sitting. I came down here, right? We're on level 1 right now. Let's call it level 1. I went down a flight of stairs. You're right. Well, that's what's fucking... I'm so lost. I'm actually so lost. I don't know what's happening. I normally have pretty good directional sense. I feel like I'm... Right, okay. Just run all the way down here. Ignore that. That's fake. It's here. It's here, right? It's here.
Am I invisible? Or are you an invalid?
I feel like a fucking invalid right now, pal. Good lord. It's here. Oh. God, I was on the verge of a panic attack then. I thought I was going mad. I thought I was losing my fucking mind. Very
People have a
appropriate.
negative
I shouldn't have invoked the
That's
outer
what's
forces.
stopping them.
I really shouldn't have. It's caught me. I've done it now. I've lost it. Oxford Circus. Nowhere near Oxford, mate. Funny looking circus. And look, here's all the clowns. I'm trying to shove them to see if they've got a voice line, but... Oh, hello. The dog's there. That was freaky. I couldn't find the fucking way out then. Oh. Angel clones are superior to humans in most regards. That really has thrown me off. I'm like, I feel weird. I thought I was going insane. Been broken down. Been laid bare. Poor sweet Toe's been an illusion all this time. Been bouncing off the padded walls. And here we go. My only regret is probably not checking out the 5th column a bit more. Well, one of my many regrets is not checking out the 5th column a little bit more. And I think I'd read a lot on Discord, which in hindsight might have been fear-mongering. There was also, supposedly, now this again could be fear-mongering. I wasn't really concerned about this too much because I could have just cut it out, ultimately. Somebody said there are, like, actual real Nazis in it, which, obviously, if I upload to YouTube, will get the video blocked, like, globally. They really don't like... Obviously, Germany would be way out, but simultaneously, they're also not massively into that. Not like metaphorical, man. Like, oh, you're a Nazi, but, like literal, actual... like remnants of Nazi factions that people were saying be careful of, because that will probably get you clapped. But I think I should have checked out the fifth column a bit more just to at least see what they had going for them. See, there could have been a very convincing low intelligence option in that. No commentary, please. A low intelligence option for joining them, or at least signing up or donating some money or voting for them or something like that, which would have resonated quite well with Toe Zuckle. A lot of people were concerned that I was trying to avoid the obvious, potential, maybe not obvious, but the metaphor for modern political Brexit. And, no, that wasn't the case. Because this is Fallout, it's a video game.
You're the director, I take it. It is good to be back in work, but work requires payment. Payment I haven't received. So, let's say
Shall I decapitate
1,000
him?
tickets. Nice and even.
Here's the problem. If they didn't make the decapitation physics in this game so goddamn compelling, maybe I wouldn't feel so necessary to do it. Charisma. Strength 9. Keep up this attitude and you'll never work again. 500 tickets. You'll be paid afterwards.
I don't think so. I won't be swindled.
Ugh. Should I just give him the 500 tickets? What am I going to spend it on? We're like unstoppable at this point.
Okay. No need to do anything radical.
500 tickets. Rob, put a nut in you. That doesn't mean... Oh, okay. That's a expression that probably doesn't cross the continent quite too well. To nut someone originally used to mean to headbutt them. So if you stick a nut in someone, or put a nut in someone, or you nut someone, any variation, it kind of depends where you are regionally, that is to headbutt them. However, of course, due to modern phrases, probably isn't as advised.
Now that Maxwell Jones has been dealt with, there's one last obstacle. We're just about ready to record the show. Yet broadcasting it would be impossible.
Why are you streaming to kick?
Those thugs, the Roundheads, caused quite a bit of damage in the studio.
Those bloody
I've
Roundheads.
repaired most of the
Anti-royalists.
equipment, yet the telescreen transmitter circuit has given up the ghost. You need to find a new one, and as soon as possible. My best guess would be the old LT broadcast tower in Camden. Good luck.
I love fetch quests. I love them. It's my favorite kind of... There are a lot of fetch quests in this, which is fine to some extent. You can make an argument that Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3 especially, is very much fetch quests, right? Fallout 3 main story. Go to Megaton. From Megaton, you go to Rivet City. Or you go to Galaxy News Radio. Galaxy News Radio, you got to repair the antenna. You go fetch a thing to repair from the museum to repair the antenna. From there, you go to Rivet City. From there, you go to a vault. From the vault, you go to Project Purity. Blah, blah. You know, it is... It's the same situation, isn't it? But Fallout was the original fetch quest, because you need to get the water chip. Console the broadcast technician. I'll do no such thing. Now, here's the other thing about Toe Zuckle. Proper wide boy geezer. He wouldn't need the technician's help. He knows what he's doing. Now, obviously, he has no idea what he's doing. But there's a level of not self-confidence. That's the wrong word. Bravado. Bravado is a good word for it. That I think is very unique to this archetype of gentleman. And he absolutely would not consult with anyone about anything. We are just going to plow right in there. And if we break it... Oh, this bloody thing is broken, innit? I should bloody make him better. What this could end up being is a fantastic foundation for a future character, though, couldn't it? Oh, it's a bunch of... I thought that was the fucking dog. It's a bunch of mangy foxes. Oh, Christ. Okay. That's not fair. That's not fair. Kind of bullshit. I think even if I'd have turned around and just full sprint ran away from that, we wouldn't have survived it. this could potentially be a fantastic foundation for a future character that sets him apart from just another meathead melee character like Grigner. An average... Maybe I wouldn't use the... Maybe I wouldn't use the Brexit geezer aspect in the future. Average, middle-age, full-time job working, 45-hour-a-week mechanic dad, right? Possessed by an eldritch entity. Or chosen by an eldritch entity as his champion. Ah. And the question is, why? I mean, obviously, with stories like that, generally, they end up being where the character does something incredible and unbelievable because the eldritch entity has told him he's going to do it, and it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing. It's lazy. I don't like it. Lazy. Right, get your knife ready. There could be a fucking landmine on stilts coming to get you. Maybe he's like... Okay, maybe a new direction. He's got such a unique brand of brainlessness, there's simply enough space in his brain capacity to completely manifest the demon. Oh, shit. Not enough. Who added these enemies? Because you shouldn't have, to be honest with you. You really, really should not have. What the fuck's going on in there? What are they doing over there? Let's go and have a look. He had such an extra amount of space in his brain. Such an incredible vacancy that the Eldritch deity was able to completely manifest inside him. I mean, if there was a more tasteful way to do it, what actually could be a more compelling story? I'm not saying I'm going to do this because it could end horrendously bad. As you could have a similar story, right? For someone who would say had a horrible brain injury. Oh, it's the fifth column, fellas. Hello. I forgot they don't like me these days. Bloody dark, isn't it? Someone who's had like a brain injury, or someone who's had like Victorian era lobotomy, and they lose enough brain width for the Eldritch entity to jump in alongside him. That would have been a better character, but obviously it's too late now, isn't it? Write that down for the future. No, you can't steal that. Copyright. I suppose that's two characters, though, really, isn't it? Rather than just one. Hello! You know what? It's a bloody good future RimWorld character, because I can set the consciousness to 50%. And then I can make the Eldritch entity as a haunt. And then have that give 50% consciousness.
We've been briefed. Avenge me.
Big brain time. Oh, well, I suppose ironically. No, not big brain time. Oh, Pepper.
No counter-revolutionaries on site.
What the fuck was that?
Counter-revolutionary. This is interesting. Interesting phrasing.
I've got a mate.
The British people sailed halfway around the world and stole everyone's spices and then didn't use any of them.
This what? You think die for the fifth?
I'm swapping weapon. This weapon feels a bit limp. It feels a little anemic. It doesn't quite have the it doesn't feel like Toe Zuckle. This is Toe Zuckle. The thing is, the fifth column characters are, even just from our brief exposure here, are so hilariously over-exaggerated. The fact that their combat cry, their mid-combat shit talk is, I'm going to line all of you up against the wall, is just a touch on the nose.
Medic. One of the fallen mates.
What is that? Oh, we sent that person with the mace. Remember, it's got the ability to launch people because of the ledger effect we put on it. I didn't give it enough time to test it. It doesn't do that much damage, but I didn't give it enough time to test how frequently that thing triggers. It's not good. Like, it's clearly not as good as the tiny little knife. We could maybe just upgrade the damage on this instead, though. Corn. Tasty treat. What happened to my dog? Does he need stim packing? I feel bad now. Oh, give me that. Toe Zuckle knows exactly what that is. Again, counterintuitive to a low intelligence run. If it was Fallout New Vegas, it would have said something like, you think you found the blah, blah, blah. And then you'd have had to roll some sort of check on that. Who's throwing all these bloody Molotovs? How have you got so many? You've just got a whole row of them. It's like Shaun of the Dead. It's got like 50 sat on a bar somewhere, sizzling away. Hello? Oh, that end. My directional skills are totally fucked today. I don't know what's happened. Wow. To be fair, my brain could be leaking out of my nose. Literally. You're going to have to wait for the doctor to tell me what's happening first. Then you're going to feel fucking bad about telling me that I've done a bad character, haven't you? Yeah. Oh my god. I wouldn't hold it over you like that. I might. You gotta hope this doctor visit comes back like you're fine. You just need a series of antibiotics or something, and not, oh dear, this is far more serious.
Avenge me.
I'll never let anyone live that down. Hi there. Yeah, this is the other thing this game is missing. Oh, I brought this up before. You know, like in Fallout 4, there was, even though I think the environmental storytelling wasn't that good, there was always a reason to explore buildings, structures, towers, because you'd find a bobblehead or something unique at the end, generally, to make it worthwhile. This isn't really the case in this, is it? My mind goes to the, where you find the strength bobblehead in Fallout 4. Is it like a mass fusion building or something like that? I don't remember. I know what the building is. I just don't remember what the point of the building was. It's got the bloke in the power armor at the very top floor. You remember that? It's kind of like a boss fight, so to speak. I guess because they've kind of lent into the whole pub crawl aspect. Where's the top of that building gone? What happened here? Someone's lifted it off. Because they lent into the pub crawl aspect and kind of lost the bobbleheads. I think it's good. I do think it's good, but I think they needed something else as well to kind of replace the bobbleheads. Maybe just make the beer coasters a kind of thing of their own. To be honest, I would have personally lent into bobblehead spin-off. I understand it's Vault Tech, but that also would have been a kind of fun, subtle, maybe a subtle bit of storytelling if the Pindars also have their own Vault mascot equivalent that has a little bobblehead action figure. I think you're left to draw parallels there, or at least conclusions. Maybe they are the same company. I still don't know. Given that Vault Tech has been kind of canonized now by the TV show as being some sort of global conspiracy, or at least intercontinental conspiracy, extracontinental conspiracy, intercontinental conspiracy, I think they mean the same thing, technically. I think it could have worked. Especially because America and the UK have a special relationship. Angel closes. Sorry, as a Boris Johnson quote, if memory serves. Right, where are we going? Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Didn't need no broadcast technician, did we? Too intelligent, but he still knows what a TV transmitter signal box is. And how to uncouple it and bring it over here. He's just got that big brain. I think that's where the Camelot quest line really would have failed for this guy. Too intelligent. Obviously, one intelligence before we found the coaster. Literally lowest possible choosable intelligence from the start of the game. And within one quest, they'd moved him up to a significant level of command. Because he was a little bit perceptive with his questioning of people who burned down the thing.
We've already recorded the show. Replace the circuit and we can transmit.
Oh. Right. Very clever. You record the show, they get you away to do some busy work, then you plug the thing in and Right, very good. Because that way, the voice actor doesn't have to sit there and actually put the show on. They don't have to write it. That's good. Busy work.
This is London. The government
Oh, never mind. They did it
instructions
anyway.
For the following important announcements.
Fair enough. I
It
take
has
back
come
everything
to
I've
the
said.
attention of Parliament and the Sovereign that the disaster in Peckham was no accident. I have to tell you now.
Wait. He's going to pin it on Toe Zuckle, isn't he? Or we're going to be public enemy number 1.
That the assailants who claimed the lives of over 200 citizens
Oh, assailants.
hailed from the reactionary clandestine group known as Angel. It is believed by
We're a clone of Smythe. So he's going to pin it on us as the... and he's going to frame us as the leader of them. He's still not going to show his face, be secretive behind the scenes. People say, yes, that's Smythe. I've seen his face before. And they'll pin it on us.
intelligence services.
Big brain.
Further attacks on
There's a layer to it. There's a second layer beyond the fact that we're a clone of Smythe. Why are we a clone of Smythe? Well, I thought it was social Darwinism, of course.
For those fortunate enough to have eluded
The ultimate test.
The broadcast ministry has secured exclusive footage of the event. We recommend that those listening on a radio device make their way to the nearest telescreen. Stand by for transmission.
That's what we call them in the UK, the telescreen. There's going to be Toe Zuckle. We're going to see Toe Zuckle.
Hold on. I'm getting reports. We've had communication from Angel.
Oh?
Yes, I see. Ladies and gentlemen, I am hesitant to announce that we have received communication from Chairman Theodore Francois himself. The government
This
has
is
organized
the plot of Iron Man 2,
this
if I'm not
message.
mistaken.
Stand by for transmission.
London hear my voice.
Oh, it is the plot of Iron Man 2.
Supremacy. For we shall invade London, and we shall conquer it for the motherland. No Britain is safe. Every one of you dogs will submit to our authority. Our face, extinction. Surrender or die, London. Seal, lie, and behold our majesty. The choice is yours.
I think he is supposed to be French.
Correspondence from Angel there. We're live back in the studio. We will now resume the announcements. All gatherings for the purposes of entertainment and amusement, whether outdoor or indoor, are prohibited until
Oh, so we're like
further
full
notice.
martial law then, huh?
In the light of experience, it may be possible to allow the reopening of such places in some areas. They are being closed because if they were hit by a bomb, large numbers would be killed or injured. So keep off the streets as much as possible. To expose yourself unnecessarily adds to your danger. In the event of threatened air raids, warnings will be given by means of
This
sirens
isn't some
or
meta
hooters.
commentary on COVID.
When you hear any of these sounds, take shelter. Now,
Turns out
most
the dev team
importantly
are
of all, you must comply with
COVID deniers.
authorities. It is
Fervent
crucial to
COVID
our
deniers.
survival. That is the end of these announcements.
Oh. Well, there we are. Very good. Oh, I hope they do that now. I hope that Smythe throws Toe Zuckle under the bus and that was his big play. And then your choice is kill him as vengeance. And then he's like, well done, you're finally ready to replace me or whatever. Oh, that would be good. Or would it? Would that be shit? Because I've just thought it up on the spot. Maybe it would be shit. Hello.
Everything seems to be going well. Our work here is done. Isn't it glorious? Every prole in the city will soon have no choice but to submit to Smythe.
I feel that Smythe would
Speaking
want
of,
to...
He telephoned. Asked for you personally.
I feel
He
like
said
Smythe
it's a
would want to
matter of
cut up
utmost
loose ends.
urgency. I'd head straight to his office. No delays.
Toe is the only person who knows exactly what's going on here. And I feel like it would make a tremendous amount of sense for Toe just to kill us off. Return to Smythe's office for the quest. The gloves are off. Fair enough. Interesting. I'm like I said, forget about Toe and everything. I'm genuinely quite excited to see how this quest line is going to end. Mainly because I've made so many predictions at this point that I can't possibly be wrong. My chips are on the table, though. I'm laying them out there. I think we're a clone of Smythe. I think that we're going to be... I'm committing to my idea, because I think it's interesting, that we will be thrown under the bus. What is this, Royal College London? What the fuck's this here? Westminster University. Great. I think we're going to be thrown under the bus. so that Smythe can type a loose end and appear like a hero. I think that will help solidify his rule. Obviously, it would undo martial law and whatnot, but it might help cement his position. I have personally defeated the figurehead, but the threat of Angel will always be out there, and that is why I am reorganizing Westminster into the First Galactic Empire. And that, my friends, is how democracy dies. With thunderous applause. Angel is ruled by an elusive figure that even high-ranking directors have never come face-to-face with because it's Toe. You don't hide a character's face unless it's a previously established... Sebastian Gorn. Oh, my God. You thought you'd fucking killed me, you bastard. But it was me, Sebastian Gaunt. Then we have to fight him again, and I go all in on the Jimmy hats. Put on 3 or 4. Which you should do. It's always good to double up on that. Extra protection. That would have been... You know what would have been a good plot twist? You walk in and just sat at the desk.
Maybe I'll visit outside the wall sometime. See how the other half live.
I've been watching my telescreen. How frightful. These angel people really must be stopped.
He doesn't. He never previously struck me as a guy who would revel in his own.
Good work.
In his own creativity like this. I would say he's getting a tad bit overconfident.
The remnants of Camelot and the Fifth Column, lost and confused without their leaders,
right,
are marching to their demise as we speak.
God knows where Camelot are marching from or to.
Tell me they've joined forces and are moving to carry out a joint...
Okay, what?
I can only assume they saw the government's expansion of power as an ultimatum.
I've got a... I must protest at the idea of...
They chose poorly.
Camelot, who...
Camelot has made a camp on Westminster Bridge.
Several times have dismissed the Fifth Column as fascists, as bad as the Angels.
The Fifth Column has taken over Waterloo Station.
And now they've just joined forces?
Westminster via the underground tunnels. Westminster's soft...
When ultimately not a huge amount has changed, right? They're living outside the city walls.
I want you to close one of those fronts.
They're outside the city walls. They're unaffiliated with the government. As far as they're concerned, Westminster's the same. We couldn't get in. It was locked down before, and it's locked down now.
You must be ready to face a greater challenge.
I mean, sure, he's consolidating power, absolutely, but he was already in control before. All right, bye.
It will take them a week to make preparations at the least. Once these rabble-rousers have been dealt
is this the final quest?
go to the Palace of Westminster. I will be waiting for you. Be seeing you.
Because he said you've got a week to wrap him up. Wrap up any final stuff. Listen, I think this is a great place to... I've said my piece on Toe Zuckle.
In a hurry? An important
I've come to
meeting,
peace
perhaps?
with Toe Zuckle.
I think not.
And I don't think I'm compelled to explore any other aspects of the game. There's no quests that I feel bad about for not completing. In fact, I'm only more joyed as day by day passes that I did not finish that quest to stop that man, save that man from sitting on that landmine. So I think, honestly, we're just going to plow forward the time. And we'll just do the final quest here and now. And we'll wrap it up in today's episode. Sick, okay? Let's give it a go then, huh? Proceeding, we'll begin the Battle of Westminster. Victory or defeat, your journey ends here. Settle any important matters before continuing. Plan A, destroy the trebuchet on Westminster Bridge. Or Plan B, block the underground tunnel beneath Waterloo. Honestly, I think I'm more than happy just to start smashing trebuchets. That seems pretty good. Block the tunnel, stop them coming in. There's a meta commentary there for Toe Zuckle being a Brexit geezer, but I think we'll stick to the trebuchet plan. I just like the idea that we've wiped out Camelot once, and now we're going back in for a second round, and probably going to wipe them all out again. I'll probably swap back to the knife. It's not an interesting weapon, is it? I think that's another big problem. Melee in 4 out of 4 is poo-poo. is poo-poo. Is it more interesting than, like, just me sitting behind a sniper very slowly picking people off? I don't know. I don't think the combat is particularly interesting in this game either way, to be completely honest with you. How do we get up there? How have I not been there before? Jesus, fuck. I haven't remotely even been close to that before. I guess we'll go from the Lambeth Woke. We'll head up to whatever's closest. I think this is the trebuchet one, though, wasn't it? I don't know. Maybe I could have done an interesting... You know what would have been fun in this? To play as like a ghoul or a super mutant out of the tube. That way I also could have justified the low intelligence as well a bit more. That would have been quite good. The ghoul especially makes sense now that I know the main story in hindsight, because of course they were doing experiments on ghouls so they could cure the queen. So that one would have been particularly interesting. If only I knew what London looked like. Maybe then I could have, like... Maybe this would have resonated with me. Like I said, wait till you get, like... Fallout Cheltenham. Then I'm in it. Then I can help you. But, like, this is too much. Fallout Oxford?
Prepare to face Camelot's finest!
Alright.
Oh, feel that in the morning.
Stabbed him in the fucking eye. Oh, they're taking some hits now, aren't they? Bloody fair play. God damn, they are really taking some hits now. Let's quick save here, because this could be a bit more dodgy. Is that my best weapon? It is. Shit. Okay. Okay, we're like in it. This is like final battle stuff. This is like difficulty up.
You'll pay for that.
Okay, careful.
Fuck.
Where did he go? Hello? He's
You're
gone invisible.
I vow to
Churchill found something. What was it? Invisible man? Okay. Here we go. Careful. Keep your head down. To be fair, they don't do a huge amount of damage. Although this guy is punching me.
This is where the fun begins.
Okay, maybe it's not quite that intense. Hold on, let's just chuck a grenade at them, huh? Just chuck a fucking grenade at them. Hold this. Sorry, hold on. I've just gotta readjust here. I've got to center myself after that high octane action. Oh, let's have a dirty wastelander. Go on. Got that strength level going.
Close in on
Hello, everyone. Technically, he does outrank you, like a lot of you here. So maybe you should have sold. Maybe you should have sold that mill burning down. Right? Is this it? Is this the final quest? Just like again, Battle of Whiterun style. Here's 15 blows.
Some sort of invalid by any chance?
Yes, that was the point of the character. Yeah. Right. Let's have a quick snacky here.
Good day.
Is this just good? Whoa! Did you see that jump? I've never seen a character do that before. It was amazing. I like your hammer. I want that. What was that? Oh, his makeshift hammer. Oh, boo. Level 43. God damn. Sorry, give us a minute. Almost done here.
I vow on God.
Almost done. Hold on, 1 second, please. Fucking shit.
The others.
It's a Camelot stands. What's that from? What's that from? Someone's saying... Oh, it's Doctor Who, isn't it? When he says Gallifrey stands. Yeah, sorry, it took me a second to figure that out. I mean, you could just say it. It's just like it's just something you could say, and it wouldn't be that weird in the context of combat. But it sounded very similar to when John Hurt said that in Doctor Who. Sorry, what am I here for? Sconce. Oh, that's going to burn the trebuchet down. Oh, that's funny. Okay, that's good. I don't know, boss. Maybe we shouldn't put this extremely flammable sconce right next to our very valuable trebuchet that's keen to bring it down the walls of Westminster. Into Westminster via the front. Oh! Is the gate open now? Oh, that'll be different. What are you doing down there? Hello, chef. It's like an enormous... That is an enormous shovel. That's a great reuse of assets. As that onager. I feel like his knife's gone like blunt or something. But these enemies are doing a tremendous amount of XP. So clearly this is meant as the end game. Oh, it was Idiot Savant. Okay, don't listen to me.
My country, I vow to thee.
Right, enter Westminster through the front. You want me to go like through that big gate that was previously locked? Westminster via the other front. Right. Sorry. When it says via the front, I thought you meant like the big front gate that's locked, like over there. But no, the other front, as in like the front of combat. The other battlefront. Right, okay. Bridge Plaza. It's a nice place, but it does get on your nerves. Can cross you wrong. Thank you, I'm here all week. Oh, fucking hell. Come along, little doggy. Oh, no. I thought that was dead. I thought it was death then for a second. Shit, it's not this way. Okay. Oh, it probably is this way. We're going to go around. Excuse me. Thank you. Fifth column. Hello? Are you fifth column? Resident. No. You know what I think else would help? Would have curtailed my murderous impulses? If murdering people had some sort of side effect. Because the amount of times I decapitated vagabonds simply for the reason that their boss was a dickhead. And I got away with it. It was a little bit... It crashed. Alright, see you in a minute. Fuck off. Please don't be too far back, I beg you. Oh, please don't make me fight all those bloody Camelot knights again. I might go mad. I feel like maybe the hammer was doing more damage. I should swap back to it. Give it another go. I mean, obviously it's not doing more damage, but I don't know if there's the... How does the mechanics work? Is there like damage threshold, damage resistance in this? Does that Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3? I don't remember. What I'm thinking is maybe if they're wearing armor, oh, thank God we're here. Maybe that... Wait, no, hang on. This is after we burn it down. We're good. I'm thinking maybe the hammer might do better against more armored foes. I don't remember how it works. Another big problem with this whole experience has been I don't like Fallout 4. So the fact that I've been willing to play it for this long is quite impressive. Stop putting these fucking dead ends in. Nah, I'm good. I'm good though. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. I've got places to be. I've already done this shit once. I'm not walking all the way around just because you arbitrarily put a barrier there. Like, I get it. In terms of world building, there's a settlement here. They probably want their back defended so they're not getting attacked from the river. I understand. I, however, I'm doing this for a second time.
Who? Huh? Who goes there?
Hello. Right, please don't crash on me. I wonder if that's exactly what happened last time and like the car exploding was a little bit too much for it to handle. I got my hammer.
Avenge me.
But I'm calling it a hammer, it's a mace. A mace is just an oddly shaped hammer, isn't it, really?
Die for the fifth.
I'm really curious how this is going to play out now, though. That's all I'm here for. Because this is not... If my idea that I was aiming for is remotely correct, this does not seem to be how it might play out. Hey, there you go.
Stand a chance against the fifth, mate. Avenge me.
Because, I mean, how is Smythe going to play this off? Because if it's like, oh, this Toe Zuckle man, he's evil, he's the leader. Well, we're also the guy that's just... Fuck's sake. Actually, that's very inconvenient, because then I have to chase him down.
Fuck! Kill him. Avenge me.
Heads down, mates. You're messing with... I die for the fifth.
Maybe it won't go the way I think. Maybe he won't be thrown under the bus. Especially because he wants us to meet us in the palace. Unless we get to the palace and he's like, you are under arrest for murder. Then we're back on. I just feel like a man like Smythe would not, for how he's been characterized so far, would not be the type to leave Toe Zuckle alive. Yeah. Because clearly he needed a portal or tool for something. Because he's the one that let us out of the... Or not didn't let us out of the pod, but of course, let us leave that station after Sebastian Gaunt and friends broke in. Huh? It was his actions that just let us go. Because if you remember, he even said that at the start. So, clearly needed us for something. Careful, though. Jesus. As a British person, Toe Zuckle has never felt such heat. Mainly because the microwave doesn't get that hot. Right, down we go. We should probably level up, shouldn't we? I've got 2 perks that we're sat on here. How about... Ooh, how about a little luck training? Could be good. Strong back, steady. Let's go rooted. Let's go... Ooh, 2 levels of rooted. Ooh. Gun bashing now. I think rooted is good just for the damage. Maybe like a luck. Very good chance of filling a critical meter. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know what to go for. Mysterious stranger? Nah. Bloody mess. Fuck it. That's a fun one. Chance of them exploding into gore when we stab them in a knife.
Avenge.
If it didn't already feel a bit bizarre, it very much might now. Would have been amazing with the mace, though, especially if we got the trigger where you send them flying like a home run bat. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah. For the fifth.
Damn it! Lost them. Anyone got eyes on?
What the? You thought you could hide, huh? The fifth.
Oh,
will
you're gonna say
always
who's
find
speaking?
you. Sorry,
Where's your
mate,
weapon?
revenge me.
Hi there. How you doing?
Yeah.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm gonna have another stim pack actually because I'm
I'm
feeling a little under the weather. She stabbed through too. You see that? With that tiny little knife. What a play! I don't know why I'm still fucking looting. It's the end of the game. Unless they've got a. I mean, unless they've got like stim packs, it's irrelevant, isn't it? Ooh, probably should pop some Radaway now. We'll be fine.
down, mates.
Oh, sorry, Radax.
Die.
Hi everyone.
Shit, civvy.
How you doing?
Better deserter than-
I don't think I hit him, did I? I tried. And the stim pack should be auto. Fucking hell, auto looted with this mod that we've got, so. Okay, that was a lot of fighting. Let's save just in case we get another crash. Gonna err on the side of caution a little bit here. And. Oh, I thought it was going to be some big reveal. Smythe stood there in, like, Enclave power armor. Yes, I work for the Enclave, and I have since the very beginning. We are an organization, an intergalactic... intergalactic? That's not the word I meant. Cross-continental organization of intelligent people. Oops. Well, I'm a turncoat now. I've swapped sides. I think that was a frag mine, but I... wasn't going to give myself enough time to stand still on it and find out. Isn't that some shit? That one bloke is probably thinking that I've like sat on one for 3 months. Ooh. I presume these are the guys that I'm supposed to be fighting. I wasn't supposed to go up the other side, but... Headshot's worth more with this little tiny dagger. I think it very much could be.
We'll get 10 of yours.
That's not true, though. For every one of me, I've got about 300 of you at this point. It's a good weapon. It's just not particularly interesting. It's quite fun to run at them full power with a little stab attack. That's interesting.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. That does not want to be my last words. Fuck it. Oh, we leveled up again. Beautiful. Right, let's have a look then. Okay, all a bit relevant, isn't it? Given that we're almost done here. Let's have a look right at the bottom then. Bloody Mess 2. Now inflict 10% damage in combat. Sure. Did it not increase the chance from the blowing up? Because that's kind of why I was picking it, to be honest. Okay. Here we are. We've made it through, my friends. Good battle. Many Tommies died. So sad. But, you know, these things happen. That's what happens when you're allowed to appoint your own generals. Can't wait. I cannot wait for the reveal, the grand reveal at the end of the game. I'm so excited for it. I think there were a lot of angels that survived down there. Those are the ones that the, sorry, not angels, fifth column. Those are the ones that the angels were fighting that I was like, nah, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
What the hell? What the hell do you think you're doing over there? Right. Westminster. Or as it's been called multiple times, Westminster. I presume stuff like that, they're just going to, you know, they're just going to patch out with the team. They'll just work on smoothing over the voice acting stuff that's maybe gone missed over. I wouldn't be so quick to assume that they'll do some rewrites, but I also wouldn't be surprised if rewrites were being tabled. Maybe minor rewrites. Obviously can't rewrite the entire game. Camelot Infantry. If I see you fighting side by side, the fifth column, I'm going to be pissed.
Put that weapon down.
Oh, is that them right there? Oh, dear. Okay, you lost me a bit with that. You may be violent fascists trying to replace them and overthrow and basically do exactly what they're doing, but my God, we can at least fight together to overthrow the guy who's done exactly what you're going to do. I suppose you might as well at that point, actually. Trying to logic myself into it a bit. Clearly they've made it work, so who am I to criticize? Maybe they've established some sort of ceasefire between both factions. Strange bedfellows. Don't like that noise. Oh, they flew their flags side by side in Westminster. Ooh, that's a bit... it's a bit cheesy. What if the ending for every faction is exactly this ending, but with different flags and different factions that you fight along the way? The different combinations? That'd be so funny. Take control of Parliament Square. We've done it, no? What's that? Stun Rigby's baton. Stun Rigby's baton. Smythe?
It's you. Thank fuck I found you.
All right there.
I told them I wouldn't work in this mayhem. I refused. I said I wouldn't do it. They strapped a fucking bomb to my chest.
You just pointed at your back.
All right. Calm. I was
Education's gone
told
downhill
to
since the
dictate
bombs
the following message. 3 key positions have been...
What if this guy's been Smythe all along?
...soon be seized by the insurgents. Downing Street, the Broadcasting House, and Admiralty Arch.
Right, I've got
That's
another
it.
complaint. I'm
That's the
sorry.
message.
I don't want
I'll
to keep
get
doing
the
this,
fuck
but...
out of here. I quit.
If the fifth column and Camelot had this much power after being totally destabilized, in the words of Smythe, after their leaders fell, why the fuck have they not just done this before?
Prepare to face Camelot's finest.
Another bit of a maybe plot hole.
Organize.
I suppose you can make the argument, well, they're only this powerful because they're banding together.
Retaliate.
But if them banding together after being destabilized has led to this, surely, with like a solid leader at the charge, maybe that's part of Smythe's plan. Oh, you see, I was the one that engineered King Arthur's parents being shot in that alleyway so that he would go on to become the defender of Camelot, and I knew he was a weak, peaceful, pacifist figurehead man. 10 Downing Street, here we are.
Damn it.
Fascists in Downing Street? Why, I never. You'll be telling me a lettuce is serving longer than them at this rate. By heck. Oh, he's boarded up. Oh, they're just here. Sorry. I thought I was supposed to go in and be like, you know, go down to the Prime Minister, but no. Cabinet War Room. 12 Downing Street. Is this real? Maybe. So, what's tremendously depressing is that layout of the inside of 10 Downing Street is real. It is a fucking labyrinth like that.
See me fight with conviction.
There's a virtual tour I found online. It only does the first few rooms, but someone found a floor plan and posted it in Discord, and it is over 100 rooms, which, to be fair, makes sense. I've always thought that it's a bit odd that America get, like, the White House, and then we've got, like, a terraced house in London. Because that's not just a terraced house in London. It turns out it's, oops, sorry, wrong guys. You all look the same. That's a cloning joke. It turns out it's not just that, though, is it? It's, 3 mansions stuck together. You say, like, I think the Prime Minister has sat in 10 Downing Street since, you know, the days of the Empire, so you'd assume it would be a bit more grandiose than just a terraced house, and yeah, it really is. You can believe that. Common sense reigns supreme again.
On guard. Tell the others.
Whoops. So there's a downside to having your melee attacks kind of hit an arc in front of you and penetrate so deeply. This is really what the Cabinet War Room looks like as well. Interesting. Obviously, maybe not exactly like this, but roughly like this. Here we are. 10 Downing Street. Ah, it's emergency bunker. Right. Honestly, I'd be kind of annoyed having to live in a house like that. I understand it's for the government as well. It's not just like, you know, like the White House. It's not just like someone's private house, is it? It's not like Keir Starmer and his family move in and they've got, you know, 64 bedrooms each or whatever. Not quite how that goes. Oh, we are fighting through Downing Street as the final mission. That's fun. That's a cool idea. It does make me quite bitter. On the plus side, I found I'm getting a very sizable tax refund because I've overpaid tremendously. Or more specifically, sorry, let me rephrase that. The government billed me far too much.
Have it.
So I've decided to put that money towards holiday.
Organize.
God, I wish.
Pay for that.
Just more house rent. Sadly, it's rather boring. The people who lived here before us were old. So the house is decorated like an old person's house, and I'll be honest, it's tremendously depressing. What's getting annoying are these fucking invisible enemies. I would like a slightly more modern house. Not in the sense that everything is monochrome, white and black, high contrast. Like cozy's good, but this is like vile old person color scheme, you know, horrible wallpaper and horrible carpets. And I'm a person who cares deeply about aesthetics. Now, if you're going into 10 Downing Street to overthrow the ruling government, perhaps don't turn up with a bow and arrow in close quarters. I can understand the practicality if we're at the top of the stairs, but that bloke was stood behind the fucking door waiting for me in ambush. Hey, it's the intro music. The theme music, if you will. It's a cool set piece. It's a very, very cool set piece. Which this game's has been this game's strength through and through. What I find fascinating then is all of that hellland that we saw when I went on the hunt for those TARDISes. The entire bloody hellscape, everything was not part of the main story, which is mad. We've got to retake the Admiralty Arch now, my friends. That was just a little extra area they threw in, I suppose, for some quest line. Maybe it's relevant to the, you know, to the fifth column or whatever. Camelot's quest line. Why didn't Arthur have Excalibur? It never occurred to me. Oh no, did he have Excalibur? I actually don't remember. I really do not remember at all at this point. It's totally gone from my brain. Then we picked up a lot of legendary swords back to back, didn't we? Should I fast travel this, or are we expected to run? I suppose you probably can't fast travel at this point in the game, right? The Admiralty Arch. It's apparently just around the corner. Don't know my way around London, so that could be anywhere. Can we get through up here? No? Right. See what we can find then. Yeah, I'm struggling. You know what? It's got the opposite of the problem that the Battle of Whiterun had, where I was like, how is this a civil war? It's 6 dudes having a fist fight outside the city gates. This is the opposite, and that they have totally overrun the city in its most key locations. They've taken the offices of the government. They have run rampage through the streets. They had siege weapons set up outside the walls, even though they were already in here. They had overtaken the core infrastructure. And if it wasn't for Toe, there is no way they would have been able to defeat this many, right? What's the final perk of Bloody Mess? Sorry, I want to just check that. Perk information. When an enemy explodes nearby, enemies may suffer the same fate. That's awesome. We're not going to get there, are we? We need one more level for that. We might just get there. Fuck it. Should we give it a go in the hopes that we get there? All right. Boom. Oh, that was the last one. No, because it requires level 47. It could have been the last one. We might be close to leveling up. I've just kind of... It's all starting to blur together a bit at this stage, to be honest.
We'll hang you on a lecky pole, dressed with a nice sign and all.
We'll hang you on a lecky pole. Lecky is slang for electric. I've never heard it as lecky pole. I've heard lecky bill. It's not the type of thing I would ever say, to put it that way. It honestly strikes me as a kind of a live, laugh, love type expression.
Identify yourself.
Thank you, Sean Bean.
Alarm! We've been breached.
It's like Cozzy lives, hon. You know Cozzy lives? In the UK, we have a cost of living crisis. No politics, please. But it became kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? Lessened somewhat with the propagation of the expression "Cozzy lives," which is literally just a shortened version of cost of living. It's got big Facebook mother energy. I hope that sums it up quite well. Same with Lecky. Ooh, just feels... sounds really odd. Right, sorry, where are we going? How do I go over here? Hello? Hi there. Everybody wants to be a hero, don't they? They want to be the one that fells. What's bloody pitchfork? They want to be the one to defeat the Frankenstein's monster that is Toe Zuckle. What the fuck is this? Are these angel clones? Blank clones. Oh. So, okay. Logical conclusion from that. Angel are desperate enough that they're sending out blank clones? Or are they just like, why not?
Camelot.
Sorry, didn't mean to stab you there.
You don't stand a chance against
Back it
the
up,
fifth,
lads.
mate.
There are hundreds of them. It's getting a little bit samey. We're also playing on high difficulty, don't forget. And I didn't spend all my legendary chips when I could have. Honestly, I thought I'd spend the legendary chips, and then what? And then I get to turn the... I'm just going to turn the difficulty up to legendary, right? Because we're going to hit 10 times as hard. So then I'll just have to turn the difficulty up to compensate, or I could just not do that. Hi there! Oh, there's a lot of people. Oh, I love that we pick up an arrow when they get shot into us. That's good. How you doing? Nice to see. Honestly, that 15% damage boost is really cool. Oh, what the... What? Does that have the effect? Doesn't. Because it should do a blade effect.
Are you some sort of infinite by any chance?
That's a shame, because that would have been an awesome final weapon to pick up there, but that's alright. It's alright, let's go back to our White Dagger of Legend. The irony that I'm killing Camelot with there, with Merlin's dagger is quite fun. I like that. Please stop blocking. This is already going to take the rest of my human life. Look. Stop going invisible. Oh, are they coming invisible because there's too much for the game to render, so it's trying to offload some of it? I didn't consider that, but I bet that's probably the case, isn't it? Because you see that, that's not as if that's not like a bug. That's the game intentionally fading them out. Oh, I wonder if it's too much for it to process. So that's fascinating. There's a lot of enemies there, to be fair, so like I get it. I want my mummy. You know, we're actually about to level up again. Hey, there you go. Beautiful. Right, bloody mess it is. Does bloody mess only work with guns? Maybe it does. Perk information. 5% means enemies sometimes explode and go at a red pace. Watch out for flying eyeballs. I don't think I've seen a single person do that so far, have they?
Avenge me!
Some of the death lines still a bit funny. That their heads are totally detached from the rest of their body, yet they're still in a... Still giving some sort of death monologue. I want my mummy. Right, close the gate to block off any reinforcements. That I will. Up to the gatehouse there, Toe. Good sport.
Prepare to fight.
Then they've just got like a load of one-liners from sci-fi. Hi there.
My country.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? I mean, I don't get me wrong. Very masturbatory power fantasy, this final section, where you alone are saving London from quite literally hundreds of people.
Fuck. I want my money.
The plot reveal at the end better be, you know, you are our ultimate weapon to do this for us, Toe Zuckle. You are a clone of me that I'd souped up on some sort of crazy
Where did you come from?
combat steroids to make you unstoppable and super powerful.
Run like hell and you'll be there.
Right. Then I'll be like, okay, fair enough. I understand why you did the whole climbing project. This story kind of makes a little bit more sense now. Oh my god, we've got to find more people. Please, no. Oh, fucking hell. All right. Unavailable from this location. You got to tell me I'll find my way over there as well. Oh, bollocks. Oh, bollocks. Okay, okay, okay. Right, off we pop then. It's certainly overstaying its welcome a bit. It needed half the amount of enemies it's got right now to feel playable. It's a bit much. We're gonna go this way. This seems like the right direction. Maybe if you had some sort of really high-powered machine gun and you were just like going in, you know, taking them out en masse. Whereas Toe Zuckle was having to fight them one at a time, and a lot of the time they're also blocking, which is quite frustrating. I should really just hotkey those stim packs instead of keep interrupting, shouldn't I? Fuck it, let's just hotkey them properly. God damn it. Stim packs going on too. Forget that now. Oh, wait, no, that's my weapon, isn't it? Oh, bollocks. We're not going to put the weapon away, are we? What are we going to do? Get the shotgun out at this point. Oh, careful. It's stuttering like crazy. I was going to say. Got to be a bit more careful. I'm genuinely shocked that the creation engine is holding on with this many NPCs on screen. I also feel dreadfully sorry for anyone playing this on a weaker PC. I mean, my PC's not a gaming PC, it's a workstation, so it's not optimized for this by any stretch of the imagination, but I couldn't imagine, I can't imagine it gets much better than this, and I can imagine it's a lot worse. Fucking hell. Oh, Jesus. Right, bit of a heal, please, chef. Oh, it's awful dark. They're going this way? Oh, nope, not this way. Hello, fellas. But you're not doing it alone. There's a whole army behind you. Yeah, behind me. Yeah, that they are. Miles away. Yeah. Down here, then? Definitely not. I can't find the fucking way to go. Maybe underground? Maybe go through the middle of that thing I was looking at? Hi, fellas. How we doing? Nice to see you all. I guess follow the gunfire, eh? Probably this direction then, huh? And again, you know, as a final set piece, battling an entire army through the city of London. Yeah. Certainly a cool way, I suppose, to end things.
Revenge bastard.
Yeah. We'll ignore them. Yeah. Obvious low-hanging fruit that we're stabbing them and they're stabbing us. Yeah. Yeah. Seems like everybody forgot their guns. Yeah. Hello there.
You are no match for London's finest.
Oh, please don't fall over. Oh dear. I don't know how choppy it's looking on the video. I don't think it'll be as bad on the video, because the video is only 30 FPS. Which ironically can be quite helpful with stuff like that.
Tell the others.
Hi there. And that's because the frame rate matches up with the camera's shutter speed. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to do that anymore this series because people kept getting confused. Hi there.
I want my mummy.
Yep, so do I after this. So do I. I want your mummy too. Alright there. Well, fellas, how you doing? Don't mind me. I'm just killing for the glory of Azathoth.
I vow to thee.
For the faith. Hey, how you doing, fellas? Don't mind me. I'm just taking a massive human lives for the outer gods. They're waiting, dreaming for you. Yes, you. Right, here we are at the BBC. Sorry, BBM.
What?
Hello. Oh, Jesus. If you just stand here and let them come to me. They probably won't after seeing that mess. Right, here we go.
Die, scum!
I don't know I'm taking my kills. Level 48, bloody hell.
Fuck it, medic.
Should we level up? As a nice treat. You know, there's too many enemies who are leveling up this many times. What about rooted? Again, I don't think it's having any impact whatsoever because I'm specifically trying to move around a lot so they're not blocking me so much, just to keep the distance. And then we can just kind of distance ourselves out and pounce forward, but it seems to be working really well because the blocking isn't quite so bad. But I need to try and get into the habit of standing still a bit more as I stand. Don't know if it's making much of a difference. Maybe you have to also be stood still for a certain amount of time. I don't know. I think rooted as a perk seems a real pain in the ass because why would you not want to be moving constantly? Oh, we're going up in a lift.
Fuck it.
Not an elevator. Because it lift. Take down the 5th column flag. Grab it on the way past. Bloody. Oh, get my eyes. Hey, there you go. Beautiful. Now we go see Smythe, I assume. We've done it. The battle for London is complete. The victor. Toe Zuckle. Oh. There it is. There it is. There it is. God, never felt better. Makes you feel patriotic. I really want to go buy a Greg's and eat it sat at the back of a piss-stained bus. While 2 people argue down the front, the driver threatens to pull over and kick him off. What a country. Here comes the great reveal. Here comes the big reveal. Oh, look at how many are dead. Look at how many bodies it took to build your empire, Smythe. A parliament of fools. Here he is. He's going to take off his mask. Oh, he's going to be Toe Zuckle. And I'm going to say, wow. If it's not now, I don't know if I'm going to be happy, like relieved, or I don't know if I'm going to be disappointed, to be honest. I guess we'll find out in a second, won't we? Any time now. He's got to load a lot in. He's going to be sat there with the Globus Cruciger and the rod on his crown. Ah, Toe Zuckle, or should I say, brother? If he says that, I'm walking out. I'm actually just going to close the game down and stop the video. If he calls me brother, I'm turning it off. If he says brother, in any context, I'm closing the game down. I'm warning you in advance. It's going to be, oh, this is him. And it's a fucking clone of Toe. It is, isn't it? It is, isn't it? Oh, it's not. Oh, we haven't been here before. That's where the Queen was laid to rest. That's where the Queen was laid to rest. Brass plaque, examine. Queen Elizabeth II. In memory of Her Majesty. A beacon... Sorry, I forgot how to read. I would never comment on my own personal beliefs in any situation, so I'm not going to comment on that one. Right, here we are. It's all the royal family. We've got Helena Bonham Carter there. You've got, I can't really tell who that middle guy's supposed to be. I'm trying to figure it out. Right, here we go. Get ready. Well, it's beautiful here, isn't it? It's gonna be Toe Zuckle. It's gonna be his clone. I want to say if it's not, I might be slightly disappointed at this point. Dreadfully embarrassing, won't it? God, they're really building up to it, and it's not gonna work because I've already predicted it. It's not gonna work.
Good to see you, Smythe.
Sorry, am I supposed to be? You just said good to see you, Smythe. Did you hear that? Black Rod Smythe. Oh my god. It fucking is, isn't it? He's Black Rod. Smythe is Black... Wait. I am Smythe. Right, Honourable Smythe. Oh my god, it's all Toe Zuckle.
Order. Parliament is now in session. Order. Order.
Is that actually John Burko?
Mr. Speaker, I...
Order!
Mr. Speaker, I rise tonight to address a matter of great urgency to our nation's security. The judgment of the Right Honourable Smythe across from me at the dispatch box. It is with sincere conviction that I must propose a motion to declare them an inferior Smythe.
I must ask the House, what evidence is there to support this motion? Let us hear it.
Oh my god, it
What
actually
about
is John
the
Burkham, isn't it?
assassination of Eve
Either that or
Varney?
it's a very, very
The
good
tracks were set. A foolproof plan
impression.
to take her out discreetly. What did the Right Honourable Smythe in question do? Waltz into Cable Street in frenzy and cause a scene. How untactful.
Am I... No matter how carefully the plans are set, they can go wrong and the end strength prevails? Why would I waste such a gift?
Don't even get me started on that whole Camelot business.
What's happening?
All of Dr. North's experiments
Is the
thrown
implication
out the window
now...
because the Right Honourable Smythe wanted to play hero. Is this the result of impatience or merely arrogance? To take such a risk, I'd say probably both.
Right, let's see how they're going to explain this. I've been in hundreds of fights with seemingly insurmountable odds, but I've always walked away without a scratch. Why would I deviate from my strategy? It's illogical. Oh, I have a lot of thoughts on this.
And what about the time the Right Honourable Smythe was caught red-handed in a false flag operation?
Oh my god, are we going to grab
they carefully navigate the
the
situation
Black Rod and were we
using
going to bludgeon him
logic,
to death with it? Because that would,
reason, and
honestly, it would
intense
make this game a 10 out of 10.
psychological warfare? No. They killed our star witnesses. How
That's
careless.
not the Black Rod there, by the way. The Black Rod's... Okay, so the Black Rod is a person who ceremoniously bangs on the door. And then they say, close the door! What, am I supposed to be saying something? Sorry, have I been Smythe all along? Am I the Prime Minister all along? I think it's bugged out. Oh, what a tremendous ending. I think it's actually bugged out. I may be reloading here. Well, that's tremendously poo-pooey, isn't it? What a... like the worst thing that could possibly have happened there. Okay. I have thoughts on this. And I think I need to know exactly where they're driving this ship before I say what I want to say. Huh. This is... I can't even say it's not what I expected, because it is what I expected, but I didn't quite expect it to this extent. Yeah, the Black Smythe comes up to the door and bangs on the door, and then they say, close the door! Is that the House of Lords over there, then? Presume so. I don't know the layout of Westminster. And then, whenever the Black Rod walked in, Dennis Skinner would always say something very humorous.
I repeat, for the avoidance
Take
of
your
doubt,
place at the dispatch box.
those inattentive to my rulings, please go to the dispatch box.
Okay.
Order! Order!
I mean, it says Right Honourable
Parliament
Smythe
is now
sat,
in session.
sat next to us.
Order!
Right, let's skip over this, because we've heard this. I'm so curious what this is.
Mr. Speaker, I...
We can't skip over it.
Mr. Speaker, I rise tonight to address a matter of great urgency
All right, I'll skip
to
forward.
our
Bear with me.
nation's
Right, I
logic,
think we're back in.
reason, and intense psychological warfare. No, they killed our star witnesses. How careless.
We can't pass this one. They want to arrest me. They wanted to arrest me. Those Tommies were asking for it.
The Right Honourable Smythe across from me at the dispatch box clearly has some kind of malfunction. Unless they prove themselves, they cannot be allowed to meet the Creator.
All those opposed to the motion, please say nay.
No one said nay.
The eyes have it. The eyes have it.
Oh, it is John Burko, isn't it? I don't like that.
Is carried. Punishment. Trial by combat.
Oh.
Unlock.
Oh my fucking God, it's happening. Okay. I'm not sure what's happened at the end of this game. I'm not sure what's happening at the end of this game. What is going on? There needs to be a good explanation for this, because otherwise... any... Okay, we're going to go full Sebastian Gaunt. It's the final time we're going to get to do it, isn't it? There needs to be a good explanation for this, otherwise any credibility of sensible plotline has been totally eradicated with this final quest. And I need to be clear, I like this. I do not hate what they have done with this at all. I actually think this is far more interesting than anything else they could have done. It has just gone, it's gone so off the rails that I've never been more interested in this bloody mod up until this point. There is definitely a degree of absurdist humor that I think we find a lot in the UK that I don't think travels well elsewhere.
Yeah. Ugh.
This is really odd, but does something for me. I imagine a lot of people didn't like this ending, but I think it's diddling me in all the places I wanted. I'm using the ceremonial mace of Parliament to beat to death the people that we were once working with. This is me picking up the fucking legendary items if it makes a toss of difference here. This is like... This has sincerely won me over. You've just absolutely stuck the landing. I don't know where the fuck we've landed, but I know you've done it. Wait. How can I claim that I've gone full Sebastian Gaunt? J, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. 2 for double protection. Now we're on. Now we're on. This is utterly bizarre. Hi there. Excuse me. You're hideous, so I'm just gonna kill you. Perhaps for your own benefit. Did you shoot me with a rocket launcher? Trial by combat. Is this to prove that we are the strongest and greatest Smythe? So oh man, I need to know what they've got planned for this. I'm not even joking when I say this ending has taken it from, I would have said a 6 out of 10. I think I agree with what a lot of people were saying. I saw something in Discord. They say it's a 5 out of 10 on the writing front. But I think the set design, I think the factions were a little milquetoast. And the set design elevated it tremendously. I'd have given it a 6 out of 10 in total. This landing has elevated it to an 8. And I can't explain why yet. Right, we've finished the trial by combat, and now we're going up to the Elizabeth Tower. Which is, by the way, Big Ben. The real name for it. So we're off to meet Smythe. Real Smythe. Smythe. Main Smythe, I would assume. I think this may be incredible, but I'm not sure. We passed the trial by combat. Climb the Elizabeth Tower. Meet your maker. Oh my god, what is happening? It's Smythe. Hello.
Here I am.
Hi there.
As promised, this meeting was a long time coming, wasn't it? I can only apologize for the delays. But really, can you think of a more fitting time for our schedules to align?
I like the animation of him disrobing.
Here we are, at the end of it all.
Okay, low intelligence, Ron. Why do we look the same?
We are the same.
Yeah, I've already figured that out.
Any
About
difference
20
between
episodes
us is derived from our experiences and scientific error.
Am I a clone? Are you the clone? They're both clones. You're both clones.
Yes. You would be my replacement had you completed conditioning before that unfortunate incident in the laboratory.
Fascinating. So I actually got that right.
It seems so long ago now. So petty. I should have known at the time that we'd both end up here eventually.
So we were supposed to be his replacement. Am I still to be your replacement?
No. A new replacement has already finished conditioning. I still have a good few years left in me, so they shall be placed in stasis. You are free to live in this world we have created together as you please.
Oh no, the Jimmy hat's worn off. I don't like the implications of that. We've worn it out. How should we conclude this meeting?
Now we part ways. Your job is done, and mine has only just begun.
There can only be one Smythe?
Very well. I shall make it so.
Oh, this is a boss fight. This is a hell of a boss fight. Oh my god, we've got an umbrella. We've been equipped with an umbrella. And only an umbrella.
Move you make only serves to magnify your inferiority.
This is it. This is the final trial, and then he's going to say, you were my successor, actually. I bet if we'd have said goodbye, he'd have said, actually, there's one final challenge. Oh my god, I called it. I called it. Was that right? Was that right? I was right, wasn't I? He didn't throw us under the bus. Well, I suppose he sort of did. He's escaping onto the roof. He's escaping onto the roof. You know what's going to happen? It's going to be like Die Hard. When Alan Rickman falls off the roof. It's going to be exactly like that, isn't it? We fight again? Round 2? I think so. I mean, I think there has to have been a fight in this final section. I was anticipating it because they said, put your weapons in the box. Which I understand is a bit counterintuitive, but they've done the pistols at dawn thing before. Oh! We're stacking it! Oh, that's got some good hits in. He does look like Wilson Fisk now. Oh my god. Who's the inferior Smythe now? See, he's only going to be happy if we kill him, because then it proves that we are his superior.
Of your existence.
And his experiment is still successful, right? It's still a success. It's more of a success if we displace him, if anything. Oh, I think I've just bugged him out there by knocking him down.
I am the pinnacle of your potential.
I've skipped a phase. We've entered phase 3.
Mirror, mirror on the
Interesting. Get his health down and then go. I won't beat him beyond his health bar this time. They did the most confusing, nonsensical final play possible in this mod pack, and I have so much. Right, well that's unfortunate, isn't it? I have so much respect for it. This may have bugged the final bit. I can bring him back down though. Hold on. We'll bring him back down. Smythe, move to player. Oh, I think I teleported him outside the. Oh fuck. Hey, there you go. Bell strikes twice. Oh my god, it is like Die Hard. Let them drop. It's been a tale of revenge. It's just like Die Hard. Completed. Defeat Smythe. Huh. Right. I still need more explanation before I'm happy to...
Far surpassing.
Well, that's unfortunate. I guess that we're not getting an explanation then. Far apart. Oh, no, not like this. Come on. Voice lines are bugged. Oh. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I mean, I can only judge it based on my own personal experience. I probably shouldn't be looking it up. So then, thoughts. I'm not going to get too inside baseball here. It doesn't matter, ultimately. It doesn't matter too much, but I think, in hindsight, it would not have mattered what kind of character we played, given that at the end of the game, presumably you'd have taken Smythe's quest. When we walked into a room of 100 of our clones, so what had me thinking is when we immediately started defending our case in Parliament, my mind immediately went to, oh, so we have been brainwashed then. Like, this is, like, Smythe has, like, taken us over or something. Because suddenly, our guy had walked into a room of 100 copies of him, more than that, and he wasn't at all fazed nor upset about that fact at all. He took his place at the bench, despite the fact that there was, as far as I'm concerned, or I witnessed, as the character and as myself, no other implications whatsoever we would be a clone. There was nothing else to infer or imply that that was the situation that was being set up, right? That we were about to walk into a room full of... I would say that there wasn't even any sort of implication that we were about to go into Parliament and fight our case. If it would have been a bizarre ending if Parliament were waiting for us to go in and defend ourselves, defend our actions of what we'd done, skipping over, you know, the ways, Smythe's plans at dealing with those factions. The fact that that would have already been a very bizarre way to go about things, and then that you walk in and it's 100 clones of you and your character doesn't bat a fucking eye and immediately goes on the defensive, having to do skill checks against himself, while the room of himself looks at himself, defend himself from the accusations of himself as John Burko looks on. The fact that there wasn't even, like, a moment where you could say, what the fuck is happening, I'm freaking out, by the way, is really, 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 really bizarre. That's like, the train is not even derailed. The train is fucking taken off. Like, we're so far out of the realms of sensibility at this point. That ending... I don't even know what to say. They have thrown the world's most enormous spanner into the works there, haven't they? It's almost like whatever, presuming that this, you know, I'm speaking obviously specifically only to this ending because this is the only ending that I've done. No matter what characterization I'd given to, whether successful or otherwise, no matter what you'd done in the game, what quests you'd taken part in, however you've gone about your business, it seems as if the final quest ultimately boils down into your character being so disassociated with reality at that stage that he's willing to accept a room full of himself and defend his point and then fight himself to his own death. How tremendously bizarre. I like it. I like the ending. I wish they'd have just thrown in a 30-second... The first speech check. The first response your character can make when you first are trying to defend your point to the other version of you. If it would just been like, simply, what the fuck is going on? And then maybe even one after that, like, what? But wait, can someone explain? And then them almost like strong-arming you into defending your position. That I would have been like, okay, that's cool, okay, fair enough. You know, we've at least addressed the elephant in the room, or in this case, the 200 elephants in the room. What a bizarre outcome! Wow. I just don't know. I don't know. It's just. It's insane. I like what they were going for, but I feel like there wasn't enough to justify it. You know what it feels like? It feels like I've just got the dog ending in Silent Hill. It feels like I thought they were setting up some incredible final big reveal. You know, maybe they were cleverly laid clues that I skipped right over because, you know, brevity is the heart of this channel and I was just blitzing ahead at full speed. not paying attention to the site, and maybe there was like hints hidden around and clues that you were a clone and log terminals. Maybe there were. Maybe it was more blatant. You read it. Maybe there's a fucking log entry in the first room saying, I am a clone of Smythe and blah, 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 blah. This is my prerogative. This is Smythe's plan. Maybe the fact that I didn't read any of that is why this has come as such a shock. But simultaneously, that should be reflected in your responses as the player as well, because of course it is a role-playing game. I don't even know how to interpret this. It's bizarre and tremendous, and I don't even have the outro's bugged here. The game's still running, by the way. It hasn't crashed or anything. It's still running fine. It's just the voice lines have stalled. That's so odd. And I think I'm just going to leave it here. I'm not going to reload and let the outro speak. I don't want to hear him say, by defeating Smythe, you have proven Smythe right and you have taken his place, or what. I don't want to hear that. Do I love this or do I absolutely hate it? I don't think it matters. Because that final ending was so fucking brazen and so completely unhinged that I have nothing but respect for it. And that's my final thought on the matter. Thank you for joining me here in Fallout London. I don't know what happened, and I don't think you need to know what happened. It was a bizarre journey. I think the set design was fantastic. I think the writing was middling. I think the plot was meandering and convoluted in places and unnecessary in others with the fetch quests. I think that some of it was, I think there were a lot of excuses to simply fit in more set pieces, a reason for you to go to Buckingham Palace, a reason for you to go to Westminster, etc., etc. It was a grand tour of London with a thinly veiled plot piecing it together. I think the Vagabonds should have been made an entirely separate faction that was optional, Thieves Guild style in Skyrim. I think you shouldn't have had to interface with them if you didn't want them. I'm talking straight off the train. They should have been there. You could have said, not today, blah, 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 and move on. I think they shouldn't have had nearly as much stuff as they got, because they were the weakest point in the game by a long way. They left a very sour taste in my mouth, a very bitter taste in my mouth, particularly because they were so unlikable. I think if they were rewritten to just be slightly more lovable rogues, or, you know, maybe you come at a time, sorry to go back to the Thieves Guild in Skyrim here, but where their leadership is waning tremendously and everyone's got their doubts. Sebastian Gaunt brings you in as a right-hand man to try and bring everyone together. You slowly see his faults unveil. Maybe he does have a heart of gold beneath it all, but he can't show that to the gang because he's got to keep them together and keep tough. Whatever bullshit you throw in there. I think that certainly could do, if they're going to reassess anything, I do think that's definitely very, very high priority. That ending, though, that's sent me reeling. I think I love it. I don't know why, but it's just superb. It's everything I expected, and then quite literally times by 200. Good shit. Great fucking work. And finally, of course, the set pieces were tremendous. The level design, the environment design, the characters in the sense of stuff like the Thames folk was bizarre and interesting. There was some interesting set pieces that I wish they'd have done more with. Some of it, again, just felt like kind of a tour. Here's a crash plane. You go in there, you speak to a person, you move on. It's like, that's kind of it. I think I need to play it again. And I think I probably will play it again. Not on this channel, just in my downtime, but it's complicated. It's really complicated because there's so much good stuff here. It really does make me wonder how much they had to cut out or redid in response to Bethesda obviously pushing that next-gen update out conveniently just before release. It makes me wonder why they didn't just... It's not as if the hype was going to go anywhere. I think I don't just speak for myself when I say whenever I hear an Elder Scrolls Total Conversion mod is being released, my eyes glaze over and I think, great, I'll never see that. Because the amount of times that's happened... Oh, we're backporting Morrowind to Oblivion. We're backporting Skyrim to Oblivion. Oblivion to Skyrim. I suppose forward porting, really. You know, we're going to add this province and that province beyond Skyrim and et cetera, et cetera. Here we are, 12 years later, 13 years later when Skyrim came out and all those mods are still dead in the water. It's like no one ever expected it. The fact that they had, like, quite clearly... years of experience and effort going into this, I don't know why you wouldn't have just given it 2 more months in the oven. I just don't know. I can't. It makes me wonder if maybe The only thing I can kind of fathom on that is maybe they had some agreement with GOG as a distribution platform to have it ready on a certain point to coincide with the Fallout sale or something like that. There was, I wouldn't, obviously this is just pure speculation. I wonder if there was some sort of contractual obligation that they had to hit at the right time. And it's a shame because clearly it needed more time. We had plenty of crashes, which apparently is a known problem that they're trying to work on. Loading screens are obviously oppressive. Even now, the ending itself bugged twice on the way to get there. So, yeah, really odd. Really odd. I think if you take it as what it was always intended to be, Fallout in London, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. If you're coming into this, I suppose, expecting Bethesda levels of writing, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Because I mean, I don't like Fallout 4. I don't like the way they approached it. And I mean, Fallout 3 never was known for its strength of plot, was it? It was just unique in its time, I suppose. I don't know. I feel like they so close to having something really great, but it was just let down by just a culmination of various different things, and I think some people are absolutely going to hate this ending. I like the absurd, so for me, it fucking hit. It landed. I think. I don't know. Maybe in an hour I'll be like, actually, that was fucking terrible. I need time to process this, but there we are. That's my thoughts on it. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for joining me. What a bizarre playthrough. I think I ragged on it too much, and I think that's because at the time, maybe if I play through again at the same time, I would be like, okay, this was dreadful and sick of Sebastian Gaunt shouting at me. I'm sick of the vagabonds constantly getting pissed off at me for bumping into them or whatever. But maybe, knowing now how the game is paced, maybe I would avoid the vagabonds entirely. Maybe I would move on to just sticking to the main quest and try and get to Camelot and everything else sooner. Maybe that's how I would do it. But obviously I know that now, so I've got the value of hindsight, and that's probably what I'll do. So maybe my thoughts will change on it. Who knows? But I'm very excited to see what they've got coming. I'm certainly, I'm not going to call myself a fan. You have my deepest respect for having assembled such an incredible passion project with an international team of modders and coders and everything else. That is it's a tremendously hard thing even to coordinate work between half a dozen people, let alone the size and scale of this. So I will certainly be keeping an eye on it. Thank you for watching. And suppose that's the end.